All right, guys. Good morning. Whew, Drag and Drive addicts. Listen, I snored so much last night. It was insane. So, I wanted to bring you guys a couple updates here. Show you some of the stuff we've got under the pavilion here at Holiday Inn.
I took a picture of it for you.
Look how nice that looks. It's amazing. Yeah. Whoop. Got the Starks over there. All right, guys, let's run through some updates on information. Jason Hurley has himself a bracket car. That car ran 717 yesterday. It ran a 710 the day before, after running a 717 right off the trailer. So pretty impressive to consider that car. You know, he had made a bunch of upgrades and stuff over the time between Rocky Mountain and then race week. The Porsche is out. I was sad to hear that, but guys, it's one of the only screw-blown cars I think to ever compete in a race week or drag and drive style event. So that's pretty neat that it actually made it out. It did end up making two 930 passes on Sunday at Thunder Valley. Scott Guthrie, the dude I'm riding with in the Vets Unlimited car, has moved into second place in the 12.0 class. Happened last night. He ran the fastest 12.0 index pass of the day yesterday. Moves him from seventh. This is how tight the 12.0 class is. Moves him from seventh to second. Okay. There's a tie for fourth in the 12.0 class between Derek Keeler and Brian Winhold. Brendan Mole moved into first place for the 13.0 class with a 13.0265. We've got Uriah Kessner moved to second place with a 13.031. So what's that? 0.045 separates number one and number two for 13.0 index. That's what I like about the 12 and 13 second classes. Those guys just get down. Dustin Cottle leads the 10.0 class with a 10.017. You know him. He is Mr. Consistency. Mark Grope leads the 9.0 class by a 0.012 seconds average with a 9.021 to Kevin Lytle's second place of a 9.033. The 9.0 class is crazy. There's, I think, more in it this time than I've seen in the past that I can remember. So we're going to do some research on that when I get to back to the house tonight, and should have some stuff for you tomorrow. Chad Fegley leads stick shift by almost 8/10 over Rich. Oh, sorry. Chad Fegley leads stick shift by almost 8/10 with an 8.153 over Bill Armstrong. Bill's in second place with an 8.912, which is awesome. Andy Cook has run two 520 or turned in two 520 passes. I think he's ran like 6 or 7 520 passes for Rowdy Radio class. We got cars already on the road in the back. I'm sure you heard him there. Aaron Schaefer leads Limited Street with an 8.15 or 8.513 over Jonathan Long with an 8.5165. So again, that's another close class. I was trying to bring you close races to watch that are, podium style stuff. So we'll see that class, definitely take another swing today. My plan is we're riding all the way, obviously, to Tulsa, 320 miles. It's going to take us up there. And then I'm headed home at like 10 o'clock. So I'm not excited about having to leave, but that's what it's got to be. All right, Hunter Hay has the closest gap right now in Junior Street. But McKenna, Blaine, and Gracie are literally, I don't think there's anybody that has ran slower than a tenth, has been slower than a tenth slower. I don't think that made sense. Anyway, between their first pass they turned in yesterday, and Blaine and Gracie Blaine and McKenna actually ran closer, but were faster than their time, so they couldn't turn those in, so they had to turn in the second time. So they actually got 3 passes yesterday, which is great. Those kids need more seat time as much as they can get. Today's route is 320 miles. It's going to be insane. Sadly, we missed the checkpoint last night. We did not hit the Buc-ee's at Ennis, so we're going to have to backtrack a little bit and do that. I see a Buff's Garage saying that there's a nice parking lot, and yes, it is. You should have seen it earlier. I'm going to drop a short here in just a few minutes that has basically me running around the parking lot getting all the cool cars, and that was after a lot of folks had left. Our alarm clock is typically on these events the early guys that are leaving. So 6 a.m., folks start firing their cars up, generally wakes you up. Checkpoints today are Buc-ee's in Ennis, and then Force Performance Turbo in Van Alstyne, whatever the hell it is, Texas. So that kind of gives you an idea of where we're going to be, the route we're going to take. There wasn't anything on the route directions that just stood out as, hey, you'll be on this road for 200 miles. So you can probably find it somewhere, find the directions somewhere if you live somewhere between, obviously Ennis, Texas and Tulsa, Oklahoma. You can probably figure out where we're going. So, all right, guys, thank you very much. That is your daily dose of Drag and Drive. Tyler Basham over here making comments about Taco Time and Race Car Friends. If you haven't seen the wheelies that Taco Time is doing, you have got to go watch the shorts or jump on Instagram, follow us there. Y'all, it's been crazy. I tell you, I think the first night was like 200 feet. It was nuts. And then the one last night had to be at least 2.5 feet tall, and he just rode that thing out. So it was awesome. Look forward to more racing tonight. Going to be dropping a lot of shorts today. As we get to checkpoints, if there are cars there, I'm going to go live. I'm going to take shorts while we're there, and it's going to be a big day. I got a lot of sleep last night thanks to Scott and Mark Edwards. That really helped me a ton. So, all right, guys, see you next time. Turn this